few-day trip up to Scotland, going to Glenforsa for the first time. Flying on my own and just packing light. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So up at Dunkeswell, it's pretty windy, not too bad though. Southerly wind, I'm taking off from runway 17. I'm on a longish trip now. I'm on my own and I'm going up to Glenforsa on the Isle of Mull. I haven't got cameras set up on this for this first flight. I'm a little bit behind time and I just want to focus and have no distractions, but I have brought my cameras with me, so for the second leg of the flight. So this is a slight deviation from my planned route.
November 200, you've left controlled airspace and you can squawk 5077 listening watch only.
Officer uniform, Roger basic service, report changing frequency.
As you can see from the iPad,
Basic service on report changing frequency.
I'm getting airspace warnings. I'm cleared through Liverpool's controlled airspace, but not through the Class A airspace above me. I'm just 200 feet below it. The base of the controlled airspace is 3,000 feet, about 2,800. Watching very closely, because having had 2 airspace busts, I don't want another one. So be very, very cautious. And actually quite tricky airspace to Liverpool. There's above, below, left and right. So, but Manchester CTA is cold today. That's all Class G. But the Class A above it is Class A at all times. So, and as you can see there, I'm in Liverpool controlled airspace at the moment. And I get up to the north, and I'm just going to have London information, no radar service. But a nice, good following wind, give me a good ground speed. But it is bumpy. All this camera movement you see is just turbulence. But north of Morecambe Bay, north of Walney Island, Barrow and Inverness, and there's some high mountains over 3,000 feet, and there's some low clouds, so got to be very careful now. The visibility is pretty good at the moment, and I think I'm not worried so far, but just aware that I've got looking at the iPad now, just aware of making careful choices now before I get too deep into valleys that I get boxed in. Reminds me a little bit about flying out in America. First kind of flying I've done like this in the UK, so it's exciting. November 20 Sierra, timing final runway 23 to land. Airspeed's alive, and not great, but a scrub. Flaps away, gear up, already is, and climb power and prop.
Kirkbride traffic, Golf Charlie, Golf 3 Yankee Bravo, entering backtracking, runway 28, for 23, 1 hour in the circuit.
No danger of getting above 3,000 feet with that cloud base. I'm hand flying instead of using autopilot because it's incredibly bouncy. But there's something about a very turbulent flight when you're in uncharted territory. You're not familiar with the surroundings. So we've got this very, very strong 32 knot wind coming from the southeast now. But I think the runway at Glenforsa is sheltered, which means there might be some rotors, but they've been saying that their windsock is showing no wind. That would be nice. It would be nice not to have a 30 knot crosswind to land on. 20 Sierra, right base, runway 26. No, 26, I'm too high, I'm going to go around it again. Sierra, I'm sorry, I'm too high again, I've got to try again. I might try runway 07.
Yeah, about a 500 foot circuit's good.
And we're down.
Good job.
Thank you.
Well, that was an eventful landing. 2 go-arounds. And pretty scary landing on the third one. Character building, he called it. Get the plane tied down, get the covers on it, and begin my several days of R&R. What a beautiful spot. Look at it. When the weather gets up, I can't wait. And here is my home for the next few days. At Glenforsa Hotel. I reckon he's done this before. That's a challenging approach, guys. Look at him side-slipping that. Nicely done. So, just arrived at Glenforsa, and I'm going to have a debrief with a beer. I don't know why, I just hadn't sort of put 2 and 2 together about cloud-based mountaintops, and there's some footage, but I had to sort of take a detour to the east. The valleys look socked in with low cloud, and it was an interesting moment because I thought to myself, don't just keep going because I hope it's okay. Don't take that chance. This weather is supposed to clear up today. Soggy ground, still coping okay. Morning, Dusty. Time to wake him up. Get the covers off, tie downs off, get those huge chocks away, and get this plane ready for flying. So, I'm all ready to depart. Pre-flight checks all done, and I'm departing on my flight from Glenforsa Airfield with this amazing view, and flying up the Great Glen to Newhall, Mains, which I haven't been to before, flying into improving weather. And before I go, I'm just going to do a quick drone flight to get some footage of Glenforsa from the drone before I go.
Paper up! Glenforsa, November 20 Sierra. Thank you very much for a wonderful stay and all of your help, and I'll see you soon. Changing to Scottish information. 127.275. Bye-bye. Just look at that. Look at that. Oh, I've always heard how good it is and how beautiful it is up here, but until you actually see it for yourself, with your own eyes, not a camera, but with your own eyes, it's difficult to explain how breathtaking it is. They do say Scotland's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Yeah, you can kind of see why. Imagine living that remotely. That appeals to me. So yeah, and I'm part of the reason for this flight is a recce for when we come back with the children in Anne-Marie. The tree line there, a little bit of snow on top of the mountains. The Inverness runway you can see over there. Distance. We're headed to that far side of that next landmass. Left base runway 26, November 20 Sierra. Reds, greens, blues. Very sweet landing, if I say so myself.
November 0 Sierra, nice landing. If you want to take a left after the road, just past the white cone, and then park to the right of the Mooney, you'll see me standing here.
Roger, 200.
It's very, very green. No, with and the white, the runway markers, yep. Absolutely stunning. What I didn't do, and I should have done in the last place.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is fabulous. This place is absolutely incredible. You can just see the runway. Those yellow markers coming over the water over there. Really smooth. Lovely smooth runway. Park here. And the building's right there. And the rooms are amazing. So, I've just landed at Newhall Mains, which is a new private airstrip, only for use by visitors to this hotel. The runway is immaculate. You can just see back there, and I'm by the plane here, and the building is right there. So you literally have a 1-minute walk to get to the building. We're going to be flying out for dinner, apparently. 10-minute flight across the water to somewhere where we can go for dinner and then fly back. Wow. What an amazing room. We're doing a short flight to a place called Dornoch. It's a 9-minute flight, 10-minute flight, but hopefully a bit longer than that in reality, for dinner and then back. That'll be a first, flying out for dinner and flying back. But apparently he's done it before. I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's see how it goes. So this is Ewan in his Mooney 201. I didn't catch your name, I'm afraid.
Tony.
Tony.
And you are?
Charlie.
Charlie. Nice to meet you.
And your friend is?
And that's Ken.
Ken. So Ewan and I have picked up these two waifs and strays.
Exactly, drunkards. Yeah.
And we're flying to Dornoch, which is just not far across the water over there, right? It's that way, isn't it? Gear up and he's away.
Yep.
Nice. Off before the road.
Yeah. Quite an acceleration on this.
Wow, look at that. Stunning.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So yeah, quick short hop over from Newhall Mains to Dornoch.
Yeah.
For dinner.
See him?
Yeah, I can see him. He's just on final from 10. Nearly came off then. The wobbly. Definitely worth a flight. That is lovely. So we had dinner. That's Ewan's last mile transport.
It's not as cool as the real. It takes some ingenuity.
Well, yeah, the one thing about this is you can actually carry luggage on it, as you saw me do earlier.
Whereas this doesn't even unfold.
Hey Charlie, where you at?
3 miles out, on sort of right base for runway 26. So I'm expecting a little bounce before the road. I'm going to need to backtrack.
Well done. Nice one.
Thank you, yeah. I deliberately was on the left hand side to avoid that big, that bump is bigger on the other side of the runway. Yeah. Back from dinner at Dornoch, which is over there. In the distance, you can see the lights and the sea through across there. Dornoch Castle Hotel from dinner, which was lovely, but not happy with my flight back. A few silly mistakes, very annoying. More later. Got a little robotic lawnmower here called Ronnie the Robot. There he is. I'm just going to take the cover and the tie downs off. One less job to do tomorrow. A wonderful 3-night stay here at Newhall Mains up near Inverness. Time to fly home today, all the way down to Devon. And the weather from the east, which is where it's coming from, is looking good. The direction I'm heading down the Great Glen, it's quite a little low cloud forecast still. Overcast at 1500 feet at Prestwick, which is not high enough for me to go VFR over that higher ground down there. So I'm just giving it a bit more time, hoping it's going to clear up. They say hope's not a strategy, but it's all I've got when it comes to the weather. So back in my hotel room at Newhall Mains, waiting for the weather to get good enough to leave. It's good enough to leave, it's not good enough to arrive. So I'm heading from Newhall Mains back to Dunkeswell via a refueling stop at Kirkbride, and my route is down the Great Glen. Okay, so I'm going to climb in and head off now. I've got the camera set up to film the flight and the iPad screen, so we'll see how it goes. I forgot to say, how lovely is that? They made me some takeaway sandwiches for the trip at Newhall Mains. Really sweet people, really kind of them. I've had such a great stay here. Can't wait to come back.
Paper up.
Airspeed live. Just love that sparkling, ripply water. Although it kind of makes me wish I was in a seaplane. Hopefully some seaplane vlogs to come before too long, if I can get up to Norway. Into the 180 on floats. That will be exciting. So that's Glendo Airfield down there. Better shot of it. Looks really nice. I wonder what there is to explore down there. I wonder if there's anywhere to stay. I'll have to check it out. Look it up. What a nice setting for an airfield, look. It's a beautiful big lock up there. Scottish information, November 1320 Sierra, back with you.
November 1320 Sierra, Scottish information. Hello again, I still have your details. Report your present position and level.
November 20 Sierra, I am just off the easterly corner of the Prestwick CTA at 2,600 feet, QNH 1009.
November 1320 Sierra, Squawk 7401, basic service.
I don't know how we used to find airfields before Sky Demon.
So just landed and refueled at Kirkbride. Very quick stop. The weather at Dunkeswell, I got an overcast a couple of thousand feet, but there are people flying there, people in the circuit. There's some cloud around, but it seems to be scattered, so hoping to transit through Liverpool's overhead and then through Cardiff overhead and down to Dunkeswell. Scheduled for about a 2-hour flight. And there's someone who's interested in my canards. I'm about to get questions about that, I should think. Yes, it does. It moves with the elevator.
Interesting.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Safe flying. Bye. Everywhere I go, get questions about the canards. I mean, they are weird, I get it.
November 20 Sierra, lining up for immediate takeoff from runway 10. Okay. T's and P's good, airspeed live. God, it's murky. Oh my goodness me. Sky Demon just crashed. It's never happened. No, it just goes to show, it does happen. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I've lost GPS signal many times, but I've never had the application just crash like that. Look at that. That's beautiful. November 20 Sierra, Liverpool, just for your information, I've got a radio problem on my box 1. I'm talking to you on box 2.
Okay then.
Well, that's not happened to me before. I don't know what's happened to my COM 1. Suddenly stuck on receive on no matter what frequency I put into it. I'm not going to try and sort that problem out now. I'm just going to concentrate on staying where I need to be in controlled airspace, which is below 2,500 feet. So I'm going to get down to 2,300 feet and set the autopilot at that level, and then I'll have a look at debugging whatever this radio issue is. I'm actually going to switch box 1 off completely. Switch it off, back on again. It's the first thing to try. Yeah, I might go there Bristol instead. Feels like we're on the home stretch now. Look at those planes parked up down there. There's a 777, the biggest one nearest to us. Okay, autopilot off. Landing light on. Okay, there we are. There's an example of a silly mistake. I left the landing light on the whole of this flight. Didn't do my cruise checklist. Windsock checked. I am not landing downwind. 70 knots, 65. 60 knots over the fence. No excuse not to do a greaser here. Except I didn't. Oh. Sierra runway vacated. That was shaping up to be such a perfect landing, and maybe got complacent, but it just turned into a bit of a crappy one at the very last minute. Anyway, goodbye Inverness. Hello Dunkeswell. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for coming along for that ride. And see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Oh, how about for a welcome home? I missed you too, honey. Hey guys. It's a surprise. This is banana bread all the way from Scotland. Sorry, they called it banana loaf. You're welcome, guys. You've been having fun with the car while I'm away. There's a strange noise coming from the... Archie, where's Clara?